SAP integration developers should have access to Java developers. In most cases, when you're developing SAP integration, you really don't need much Java experience. Most of the time, what you need is to loop over an array, pass some values, and do something small with those things. So a lot of times, this is what you can teach a 10-year-old. That's also why I tell my students it's not really a requirement that you know Java. It obviously helps, but it's not a hindering for you to take any PI or CPI courses. It means that some integration developers do not have the full Java development experience because it's not a requirement and it's not something they're trained to do. If they do have it, it's super perfect and they'll be a much better integration developers, no doubt. But in the cases where they don't, they may run into some challenges that they are not able to solve. These challenges could be Java code that they need to create. So some of the examples of this is encryption or encoding is really important topic. It's one of those things that you need to know a lot of Java and know how to use the specific tool to encode or encrypt the message as it's expected by the receiver. If you want to create SAP adapters, it's also a requirement that you know Java, you know the framework, and you can fix things into it. And then I guess that the thing that I spend most time on is creating adapter modules that can handle specific passing of messages or runtime artifacts and stuff like that. So being able to process a document and figure out how to handle it. I've worked with Java development for about 20 years and I've created modules, adapters, and a lot of other artifacts to handle SAP integration. I do from time to time get challenges that is really outside of my comfort as a Java developer. And that's why I'm really grateful to have team members on the FGAF team that is able to take out these things and work with them. So they are really skilled Java developers as creating the FGAF tool to make SAP integration easier. And in that process, they really require a lot of Java development skills, and that's what I'm using them for also. So once I'm getting some of these challenges where I could probably create this adapter module or this process myself, but I will also know that I'm going to spend way too much time on it, and the quality of the code I'll be creating is not really sufficient. And that's where I'll then say, okay, find a way to box in the project, give them a good description, take out what are the elements they need to do, and they can create the code that will then make my integration processes faster. So the biggest challenge I've sent to them, it probably take them like 8 hours to implement. If I had to do that myself, it would probably have taken a lot longer time, and the code has not been as pretty and useful as what they have created. In most organizations that are using SAP, you probably also have some guys working in, for instance, the web or business application development, and they are doing Java development from childhood or whatever it is, and they have really the skills you need. It can also be if you're a consulting company, you have a team that is specialized in Java. Go figure out how to get a contract with these guys so you can leverage them for the project. So give them a project number they can use whenever they're doing these things. And business-wise, it also makes sense because trained Java developers can create things a lot faster, creating it with a lot more reusability than someone not really familiar with the tool. So that's why you need to do it also from a business perspective. If you have some of these challenges yourself and you do not have a team or some Java developers you can turn to, you can also hire a contractor or a freelancer to help out in some of these cases. And as stated, it's not anything that's going to take months or days, but a couple of hours here and there will be sufficient to solve a lot of these challenges. How are you doing your Java development? Are you doing it yourself or are you getting someone else to do it? Please share that in the comment sections. If you like this video, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe and the bell icon so you'll be notified about all these other videos I'm creating. So thanks for watching.